This is Daffadilio coming at you after almost 2 years with an update video that you have been begging for. Yep, I have had my snake eyes for it'll be almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in less than a month. And I still get comments almost every day, questions on both of my videos, about how to care and maintain for your snake eyes after just getting it pierced. So I'm really glad I could help some of you guys out with that. So I know at the time there wasn't too much information. Browsing around on the internet now tells me there's a lot more out there, but the fact that I'm still relevant and helpful is a joy. As you can tell, my lisp is... well, I don't know. You'll have to state your own opinions about it. I don't feel I have a lisp anymore. You can hear some clicking on my teeth when I talk. That's always going to happen just because of where I have it placed. Probably where most people with snake eyes have it placed. It hasn't had any damage on my teeth, though. I don't have any cracks or chips or... like, my teeth are fine. Maybe it has worn away enamel. I'm sure, but plenty of things do that. So I've had it for 2 years, enjoyed every minute of it. Everything just comes naturally to me now. I can eat no problem, speak no problem, do many pleasurable things with it no problem. This was my original bar that it was pierced with. I lost the other ball to it, but as you can tell, it was just a normal tongue ring bar that they bent slightly. It was actually a longer than standard. I'm not quite sure what measurement that would be, but they bent it to put it on a curve, a banana curve for me, and that's what I wore from August till probably November when I switched it out. I gave it quite a few months to heal, and then I just couldn't take the lisp anymore, so I dealt with that, and I've switched it into a normal standard tongue ring post, which is 14 gauge 5/8 inches, and that's what I have in currently. That's what I almost always wear in it, unless I'm at work, in which case I change it out to a retainer that I normally have at 16 gauge, probably a little shorter than this one too, just so it's less noticeable, with the clear bars. None of my guests ever comment on it. Nobody really ever catches on that I have it. So I mean, if you give it the appropriate amount of time to heal, I would say this is something that, you can still get away with having in everyday life. Because I work 2 jobs, and it's never been a problem for either of those. So, really easy to change in and out now that it's been entirely healed. I change it out every day for work. I work 2 jobs, so I change out twice, actually, every day for work. Just a quick in and out. My tongue kind of looks deformed without it. I don't know if you can tell. But it's got indents. It's kind of weird when I have it out. But I don't ever leave it out for any amount of time other than just to change it pretty quickly. I left it out for an hour on 2 different occasions because I was requested by my boss. We had like bigger bosses in to take out my retainer at work just for a little bit. And I did, and both times the hole significantly decreased in size. I wasn't able to fit my normal tongue ring bar into it. I had to use a taper method to kind of open it back up enough to, stick the piercing through and get it back to normal size, and it was extremely painful, way more painful than my original piercing was, and it would be sore for a couple days after that. So I've kind of learned my lesson, and I just don't take it out. If, it's a piercing that you have to take out constantly, you should not get it. This one, at least on me, it heals in less than an hour. The size will decrease significantly. I can't even imagine if I left it out overnight. I'd probably be in trouble. However, when I leave my retainer in for extended amount of times, I have no problem getting the bigger gauge, my 14 gauge, back into my tongue. I don't know why that is, but that's just what I've noticed. I have no problem. I'll sleep in my retainer sometimes and put my normal tongue ring in, no problem, the next day. So that's just kind of a follow-up on my snake eyes. A lot of people have asked for an update video. A lot of people have asked for a video, period. I don't really know what I could make any other videos on right now. In my life, I'm kind of happy. I've gotten some new tattoos, some more piercings, definitely a lot more piercings. I just don't wear the jewelry out as, as crazy out there as I did, because I, again, work 2 jobs and it's a pain to switch them in and out constantly. So if I have a couple days off, of course I'll throw them back in, but, you know, otherwise I just leave in the retainers and they're not really out there. I've got, yeah, and the majority of the remaining piercings that I've got since then are kind of hidden. I've got my clavicles going on. This one actually rejected recently. This one I gotta switch to a smaller bar, but I'll get this one re-pierced as soon as it's healed up a little bit more. And I know exactly what I did wrong, so that's one good thing about piercings, is they're kind of forgiving, you know, like if you can figure out what you're doing wrong and stop it. Like, if I would have figured out what I was doing wrong earlier, I could have stopped the rejection process and it would have been okay today, but I, you know, was not doing that. But that's okay. That's okay. That's neither here nor there. So let me know if there's anything else I can help you out with. Continue to comment, continue to ask questions. If you just got a snake eyes, if you're a while down the road, if you got questions on some other piercings, I know about the majority of them. Trust me, I've got just about everywhere pierced. So yeah, just let me know how it's going, and that's your update. I hope you've enjoyed.